It's my pleasure to introduce Sister Margaret Rooney, more commonly referred to as Sister Peggy, as our Athletic Hall of Fame recipient. Let the games begin, right, Sister Peggy? I think they were in awe of her, really. After a while, once she got her whatever's into them. In fact, when she walked into the room, even the most impertinent coaches would practically genuflect, as if they were atoning for their misbehavings at recent games. So, in spite of all these obstacles, right, Sister Peggy, Sister Pat, Sister Madeline, our Crusaders emerged as formidable competitors in CCAC and in the state. Thanks, Sister Peg, for planting all the seeds that cultivated the excellent sports program and campus athletic complex which we have today. Our gratitude to you is heartfelt and long overdue. Thank you.
Do you remember the song, The Wind Beneath My Wings? I do, and Chris, it fits you perfectly. Thank you. I want to thank you, Chris, for everything you did for me then and now. We had a wonderful system of supports, didn't we? Mm-hmm. Sister Madeline, Sister Pat, and all who teamed with us, board members, parents, faculty, and above all, the athletes who launched Lauralton into a sports arena with little else than their talent and their determination. I really want to congratulate the women here today for the extraordinary ability they had and what they did with it. We are very grateful to them, and they honor us. My thanks to all at Lauralton who have honored me in such an incredible way today. God love you all.
Inductee Karen Yardley will be presented by her husband, John Yardley.
It's also my honor to introduce Karen for induction into this year's Athletic Hall of Fame class. Now, I'm sure Karen will mock her lack of athletic ability, but don't be fooled. She hits a mean golf ball, spent many late afternoons in her 20s and 30s playing wiffle ball with her siblings, and I hear wielded a wicked stick on the field hockey pitch in high school. Plus, Molly will confirm she got her competitive streak from her mother. Karen is a world-class believer in the potential of others. She believes in us through our struggles, gracefully challenges us to do and be better than we are too willing to settle for, and opens us up to a host of opportunities that may have never been on our radar. Understood that for her girls to adopt this philosophy of possible, the entire Lauralton environment needed to reinforce the belief. Her classical training developed a clear sense of symmetry of growth between mind, body, and soul. So it is fitting that during her 15 years at Lauralton, the state-of-the-art library was built, the magnificent chapel was restored, and of course, the gym and front fields constructed. The environment seems to have worked pretty well. During those same 15 years, Lauralton has had 54 first-team All-State athletes across soccer, swimming, basketball, softball, tennis, and track, along with dozens of CIAC and SWC championships. That same era produced a Rhodes Scholar, several Broadway performers, scores of teachers and nurses and scientists and doctors and moms, and above all, hundreds of really good, faith-filled women. We should all look to the example set by this Hall of Fame believer and emulate that unshakable belief in the goodness of the human spirit and its ability to make anything possible. So with enormous pride, please join me in congratulating Karen McGrory Yardley on her induction into the 2012 Lauralton Hall Athletic.
tough to be last. However, you will be happy to know it will take no time at all to go through my athletic accomplishments. You're here to celebrate with us this afternoon. It has been just wonderful to meet old friends again, to see former students, my colleagues from Notre Dame, and my family members who are all here today. Thank you too to the Lauralton Committee for including me in this inaugural group of Hall of Fame inductees. My sisters and I grew up believing that we could and should have the same opportunities as our brothers did. And while that belief was empowering for us, the simple fact was that society was not always prepared or able to offer those equal opportunities. To echo a theme that has been raised already this afternoon, Title IX did wonderful things in terms of providing women with opportunities. It really wasn't just dedicated to the idea of women in athletics, although we typically connect it with women's athletics. But think of the role of women and how drastically it has changed in the last 40 years. When I first came to Lauralton in 1982, I appreciated at once the excellent educational program which offered young women great opportunities. I loved the athletic program as well, and I was a proud fan at many sporting events. But there was no pool, the backfield was small, and out of bounds in the gym meant standing with one foot on the line and the other foot on the back wall. But at Lauralton too, things were changing. Work on the front fields was begun in the 80s, and Sister Peggy gave voice to the dream of a new gymnasium. During my time at Lauralton, I was blessed to work with a board of trustees which was determined to give form and substance to that dream of a new gym. It took a wonderfully collaborative effort from a dedicated and generous group of people, but it happened. What a thrill it was to open that gym and give generations of Lauralton athletes, including my own daughter, a place to call home. As that gym was being built, though, I could not help but think of the Lauralton athletes who had practiced and played basketball in a borrowed gym, or run relay races in the driveway, or practiced the high jump, landing on piles of old mattresses Coach Gilbert had proudly produced. The gym is a celebration of the dedicated Lauralton athletes and coaches who were so committed to their school and their sports that they cheerfully made do with what they could and gave us their best efforts. 40 years after Title IX, our female athletes play in better facilities, in more sports, and with wonderful recognition, and isn't that great? Today's program honors outstanding Lauralton Hall athletes, a wonderful and beloved coach, and two women who are happy and proud to have had a part in the evolution of women's athletics at Lauralton Hall. Congratulations to my fellow honorees, and thank you for providing us with wonderful examples of hard work, commitment, integrity, and personal excellence. Thank you.
Oh.